I love you. Have a good day. So many memories, and I've not taken the time to think about how much they mean to me. It's time for a change. I forget sometimes how beautiful this city is. The exercise is good for me. Sure, I go to the gym, but will that see me through? Little bits of exercise are better than an occasional hour. I feel like I've had my eyes half closed for so long. No more. I'll stop that drift. I'm going to take control. It feels like I drifted into these routines. Some routines have meaning and purpose. Other routines are just how we fill our days. was easy to get lazy, to let things fall slowly into a dull routine. Things are okay, but they're not going anywhere. It's time to take control. I love that cafe. On warm evenings, sometimes I sit there with a glass of wine, waiting to catch Harry on his way back from work. The park is beautiful. He's got to know how I feel about him. I love him so much. Patterns. Every day the same start. Harry never wakes up from my alarm. I think of these routines as optimized living, like they allow me time to focus on other things. But I've not been doing that. I love this painting, and I can't remember the last time I really looked at it. Harry likes me in this t-shirt. The same stories I've carried with me for years between houses. These daily things, they're good, but weigh us down too. I've got to a good place in life, but I feel like I'm not taking it further. Even here I get into patterns. Bathroom first, then kitchen for breakfast. Maybe I should change that. Was that the first domino to fall, to change the future? Dun dun dun! Tea. A man takes the lead, Grandma would tell me. I guess I need to step up to the line. I've got a great thing here. I don't think she meant this, but she's right. I should take the lead. I should ask Harry to marry me. I want to be his husband. I'm not sure Grandma would approve. She's come a long way. It's hard to tell with her.
Naturally, as Will's grandmother, I visited Will in hospital on the first day that he was born. James, Will's father, handed him to me, wrapped in a little blue blanket. I'll never forget that moment. He was such a handsome baby. James ran 3 London pubs in the 1980s, of that punk sort. He looked awful with that leather jacket and those sort of things. That's not the sort of thing for children. So I would babysit as often as possible to make sure he had someone normal in his life. Sharon was an art teacher. She always had her nose in a magazine full of pictures. It's not the way to inspire a young man to a career, if you ask me. It's good for a young boy to be outdoors, but Will never really liked that when he was young. James and Sharon both loved so-called music, and there was always something playing around Will. I thought it was an awful racket personally, but there's no accounting for tastes. I turned it off when I was babysitting. Sharon, Will's mother, met my James when he was working in London. She's American. They broke up for 3 years, and she took Will to America with her. James liked such strange books, full of horrible things. I remember him telling me about one with rats everywhere. I really don't see the appeal. Sharon had some problems with the birth, so Will was an only child growing up. He played by himself a lot. I suppose I sound old-fashioned, but there are appropriate ways to raise a child. I only wanted Will to grow up happy and normal. I remember that night because Will had been unusually quiet all evening. He'd got into a fight at school. It started because a boy had been picking on a girl, calling her names because of her dark skin. Will had tried to stop the other boy, but he had been punched in the stomach. I asked him if he had cried, and he said yes. I told him that big boys don't cry. I remember him asking me then, what do big boys do when they're sad? When he was grown up, I told him he would be a good man. He would be able to stand up to others. Even though he was hurt, I told him he was right to try to stop the bully. Now I think about it, I don't think he was very comforted. When he was going to bed, Will tripped on a toy. I remember carrying him. He was trying so hard not to cry. He was so small in my arms. I've never forgotten that feeling. I have so many little memories making up our lives together. It's odd what sticks with you, though. I took him to bed to read him a story. Sharon kept on buying him books of ghost stories. He always wanted me to read him those, but he never slept properly after, I think. I made sure he could see me looking carefully. I had to check the room for ghosts before he would sleep. I remember promising him, while I looked, that I would always protect him. I would always be there for him. I'm sure he thought I just meant about ghosts, but I meant it for everything. I always remember that feeling. I wonder if I knew his life wouldn't be easy. I've been reading him Grimm's fairy tales. I didn't like all the updated nonsense they'd been putting into stories back then. It was a strange story that night, called The Ungrateful Son. It went something like this. Once upon a time, a man and his wife were eating a roast chicken for dinner. When the man saw his father, a very old man, walking along the road towards them, the man didn't want to share his chicken, so he hid it out of sight. His father came, bid them a good day, and went on his way. The man was very happy and so told his wife to put the chicken on the table again. But the chicken had transformed into a giant toad, which leapt onto the face of the man. The toad wouldn't leave his face and hissed at the wife when she came near, so she didn't dare approach to help. The man had to feed the toad every day from then on, or it would bite his face, and he never rested for the remainder of his life. Like I say, it was a very strange story. Will was asleep before I finished it, which was probably a good thing. I felt strange after reading it. I wondered about whether I really could keep him safe. I knew I would do my best to help him find his place in the world. Any other grandmother would try to do the same. I could still see him sleeping there now, like it was only yesterday. I'd raised James, so I thought I would be ready for anything from my grandson Will. But I wasn't daft enough to think that it would be easy. The world changes so fast.